Alright, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. So last time we did some more business within the Grove, and we now have a lead to investigate Kaga, to perhaps convince her to leave, without putting ourselves at risk. Oh, there's that cannon guy. Oh, we can actually speak to him. Interesting. Hope these other tieflings don't mind me talking to the corpse.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Where do you keep your valuables?
Couldn't take much in bedroll.
So in a bedroll you have something. Who are you?
Cannon.
Where are you from?
We from Elturel left.
Who left Elturel with you?
Sister Arca.
I mean, I saw what happened to him, so I guess what is your profession?
Tailor before God volunteered.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Yeah, you can only ask 5 questions with speak with dead, if you didn't already know that. Right. Well, let's go back down.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
That is kind of rich coming from the guy who... falls into these dark urges to kill.
You never hurt anyone.
Yeah, so we have a couple leads right now. We could go to the swamp to investigate Kaga and also check out that help from Auntie Ethel, because she knew a bit about mind flayers and had this otherworldly quality about her. Alternatively, we could hunt down the devil for Will. And then there's the goblin camp. And then the Gith. I think we should start with the devil. Actually, no, the swamp. I'll go to the swamp first. So yeah, I have to find a way south that's not to the crash site.
Do you think your kin search for you, Lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
They pursued the Nautiloid. Perhaps they were trying to free you.
A vain notion. I am one of many, and will not be a burden to my queen.
We have some ingredients here.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
What's going on here?
People up ahead.
You're going to
Something's wrong.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Let's try to just focus on that feeling and say I will go where I wish. DC2, I don't know why I added guidance, but oh well. Right, well that was a success.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured and I wasn't thinking.
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head.
I have to wonder if he's infected too. Perhaps I can learn more.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brynna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
protect them. Mind the true soul. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
True soul.
What? Are you testing us?
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice. Your words are her command. She grants you the power to enforce her will. And when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
I will serve at no ruler's side but my queen's.
A crude summary, but you have more to learn of our faith, novice. Fuck off, motorcycle. Sorry about that. Very loud motorcycle just drove by my house.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me.
Have you perchance seen a druid called Halsin?
I don't know any druids.
Well, why are you out here? The wilderness is dangerous.
We know that all too well, sir, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here.
Before I get into that, what can you tell me about these fugitives?
We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
Yeah, again, before I get to that, because that might provoke them, let's gather a little bit more information. What happened to your brother exactly?
An oil bear. It had him on the ground before we had a chance to react. We managed to drag him away, but the beast's claws had already done their work. I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks.
Well, I am a survivor of that crash that you were looking for. Looks like you found me.
You? Brenna, kill him!
Okay. Well, that is good information. They think that I am a true soul, but they are willing to attack me for an egregious enough error. Well. Okay, you both have a decent amount of health. Let's do this, then. Chromatic Orb, Twinned. Nice. Okay, Shadow Heart. 8, 15. Let's try to finish you off. Okay, not... Well, that was actually a decent damage roll, but not enough to finish you. Let's get Lae'zel in here. You can go get in their faces. Okay, I want you to finish her. Then Action Surge. Let's leave some room for Astarion. Okay. Oof. You're gonna have to dash. I'm fine with that though, because I'm probably gonna take a short rest after this. Get my spell slot back. Right, well, all of you want a word now.
So the tadpole gives us the ability to influence others.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
Nonsense. Any power freely given is a power well received, and this is a valuable power indeed.
It's only valuable if we understand it, and we don't. Not yet, at least.
And such powers of manipulation could be useful, and if it makes our enemies more malleable, all the better for us.
My point exactly. I'm so glad you agree.
Okay. Reuniting... Oh, probably because I killed the... Okay. Right. Edwin.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. This body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
I mean, I already have a tadpole in my head. If I can possibly commune with it and strengthen myself, might as well try. Okay, not exactly sure what I accomplished by doing that, but again, was worth a try. Shaft of a broken spear. You may hold on to that, Shadowheart. And let's send some of these supplies to camp. And I will speak with them in a moment.
So, Zell, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Right, well, let's see here, because you picked up some chainmail. Your armor class is 16 right now, so that would be equal in armor class. Let's see here. What's your armor class? 13 from the chain shirt. This would give you 15, so you know what? We're going to shift some gear around. Lae'zel, you can wear that, and then Shadowheart, you can wear that. Because you aren't proficient in heavy armor, but you are. So now you both are benefiting from as much armor class as you can. Okay, well, I've looted all of them. Might as well attempt to speak with Edwin here. Perhaps learn more.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing here?
Looking for weapon. The absolute.
In fugitives from the crash. What can you tell me about this weapon?
Crashed from the sky. Taken by infidels.
Interesting. So it was taken. Perhaps it has something to do with that icosahedronal artifact that Shadowheart is holding on to and being so evasive about. What can you tell me about the Absolute?
Do not fight her. Power. Such power.
And is there anything valuable around here?
Bruno. Ending.
Well, those are the siblings that you talked about. Who are you?
Edwin. A true soul. A chosen.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Right. Well, I doubt you will want to talk to me because I killed you, but it's always worth trying.
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
As I expected. Ah well.
Moving ahead.
But we did find the broken spear on that body. Perhaps if we find the owlbear, we can find another piece of it. Who knows, maybe it's a good spear. Well, we have some tracks here.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Yeah, so let's go in, but be cautious. Huh. Interesting enchantment on that chest.
Seluna statue. It is Stinking Cave. Hardly a place of honor.
You have a scroll to detect thoughts. Which I feel.
Sealed by magic. There's no smashing this open.
Yeah, might be a bad idea to touch it. We are in an owlbear's den, so it might be useful to be able to speak with animals. Anything over here, perhaps?
That might be worth a look.
Aha. I'll look at that in a second. Ancient tome detailing how Seluna came into being along with her sister. The silver radiant Seluna and the dark alluring Shar complemented each other and brought an orderly distinction between light and dark in the universe. And what about this? Selunite prayer sheet. A prayer dedicated to Selune, imploring all to accept the Moon Maiden's blessing and share her bounty.
Just an old prayer.
Well, let me take a closer look at that chest. Come on, Astarion. Seluna's seal. A protective shield surrounds this chest, dealing 4 to 24 radiant damage to any heretics that touch it. Well, perhaps if we read out this prayer.
Unlocked. My prayers are answered.
You should leave it. Or even destroy it if possible.
Don't be ridiculous. There could be something useful in there.
This rubbish is an offering to Seluna. At best, it's worthless. At worst, who knows? Could be cursed. Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow.
Yeah, we can't just abandon resources we might need. Be sensible. For a second, I thought it was going to let me use guidance from her, but that would have been silly. I need to roll a 5 or better, basically. 19. That works. Right.
Fine. Perhaps you can sell them for a couple of coins. It hurts.
Interesting. When the wearer has 50% hit points or less, they don't provoke opportunity attacks. Could be useful for Lae'zel, because she's a frontline fighter. This tome describes the ancient initiation rites observed by some who worship the moon goddess Seluna. When a youngster came of age, they would be left to fend for themselves deep within the wilds. There they would show their skills of navigation and self-reliance, as well as their determination to return to the Moon Maiden's silvery glow. Once they found their way back, their people, their faith, and standing as a follower of Seluna would be beyond any doubt.
Worthless.
And there's an idol of Seluna in that chest as well. Well, yeah, let's equip this to Lae'zel. You seem awfully anti-Seluna.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk about. There's something you're not telling me, I'm sure of it.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, no, I think you know exactly what I mean.
It's nothing. Really.
Tell me what you're hiding. I'm not sure how much more of your evasiveness I can take before I make you talk. You know, it's Tides of Chaos, this. Good thing I did.
Fine, I'll tell you. So long as it spares me your ham-fisted threats. I worship Shah, the mistress of the night. It is my holy mission to oppose Selûne, her teachings and her followers. It hurts. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Yeah, you could have told me. How long were you going to keep this secret?
Forever, ideally. And you assume too much about what I can and cannot tell. Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It is our code, our creed, our shield. I even keep secrets from myself. I had my memories suppressed, so that nothing I know could be used against the Dark Lady. Once I prove myself, my memories will be restored. I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit. Though, perhaps that might change, if you can show an open mind.
Okay, let's see how open-minded I can be. Tell me more then.
All right. As I said, Shah is my patron, my mistress. Goddess of darkness and loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Yeah, remind me.
My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Yeah, please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
And how exactly do Shar worshippers turn to their goddess?
We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
I mean, to me this does sound a little bit cultish, but I'm not going to be casting judgment on your beliefs. Well, I guess I kind of just did, but I'm not going to judge you for them.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
See, that's what happens when you are actually open. I can actually be agreeable. And why were you in pain before? I'm starting to notice a little bit of a pattern.
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
So, once again, you knew more than you were letting on before. I do hope that you will be honest with me in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
And what causes it to hurt you? I have some ideas myself, but if you have something else that's more solid, then please do tell.
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Yeah, well, there is a definite pattern to it. I'm not going to be telling you guys what the pattern is because I have played through the game before and know what it is and know that I was correct when I first guessed. So I'll just leave it to you guys to figure out if you want. So why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shar has her reasons.
I'm sure she does. Whether or not they are good reasons, I will leave to you to ponder. So how do you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine, when you can't remember life without it. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shar. Pain will give way to loss, and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's all for now. You know, let's press on. First of all, get that spell slot back. Because if we're going to be fighting an owlbear, I want to have some resource that I can use.
That stench.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat.
Yeah, you're injured. There's still half a spear lodged in your head.
It's a splinter. I've gutted bigger threats than you with worse.
So you're not going to let me remove it then? Well, I kind of want that spear, so... Right, Shadow Heart. No, you really don't have enough movement to get there. Let's try a ranged trip attack.
Let my name be known.
Okay, well you managed to save. Action Surge and try again. That just missed. Okay, well let's get the sword back out. Starion, you will have advantage because of your assassin subclass.
Blood comes easy these days.
Okay, I have a little bit of extra movement, so I could get here and then fall back behind Lae'zel.
Don't waste a step.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have well over color spray. Let's do Ol Reliable here. Oh, I can't quite reach the cub. I mean, if I moved forward, I'd be kind of in harm's way. Yeah, I guess for now, I'll just firebolt you. Nice crit, and then I will move back. Let's get Shart up here. Let's do a second level guiding bolt because you're a toughie. Okay. Then let's give you some Shield of Faith. Because now your armor class is 20, which is good. That's not good.
No! What did you do?
Okay, at least you're not going for the prone people. That would have been bad. Right, let's try a tripping attack. Nice. Okay, let's disengage.
Another fight. Let's go.
I don't think you can actually get an attack of opportunity while you're prone. Yeah. Let's, for now, just firebolt again, I think.
My faith will protect me.
Let's do another second level guiding bolt. Okay, and then let's throw a healing word to Lae'zel. Perhaps you should get in its face. If it attacks, your better armor class has a better chance of defending. Ooh, but you're going for Lae'zel again. Okay, let's try to trip you once more. Okay. Palm strike. Good, good.
I won't give in.
Let's do this. Is twin a firebolt? No, chromatic orb. Let's do that. Because it's a bit overkill for you, but the cub still has a decent amount of health.
Cub looks from you to his dead mother.
Wake. Hungry.
A single strike will end his suffering.
Yeah, I mean, let's let you live. You have a better chance in nature to fend for yourself. Might as well give you that chance.
It hurts.
Hungry. Food.
You watch, speechless, as the cub begins to eat his mother.
Yeah, you'll be eating well for a little while.
The cub has a fighting chance now.
Yeah.
That, or we've just prolonged its misery.
And there's the other spear half.
Owlbear eggshells. An unhatched one would fetch quite a price.
Curious if I could have another word with it. I wouldn't have chromatic orbed it if I expected it to not remain hostile.
Oblivious to your presence, the cub continues to gorge himself on his dead mother.
Yeah, well, you eat well.
Light on my feet.
Aha, an egg.
Always
And some
room
pork
for
loin.
more. An owlbear egg. These are supposed to be worth a fortune.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it out of my camp supply pack for that reason. Right, well, I believe we are out of short rests and we're pretty spent on resources.
Open up.
So let's head out and then head back to camp. Oh, right, before I do that. This gives us Vision of the Absolute. Blinds targets that fail a dexterity saving throw, deals an additional 2 to 12 piercing damage to certain creatures that sport multiple sets of eyes. So it has a conditional bonus, but what really makes it nice is the fact that it can blind. So yeah, let's do that. It's the same amount of damage. It said 2 to 9 because it was going for the two-handed damage calculation, but she's using a shield.
Let's get going. Should mind my step.
Yeah, so let's go.
Better not be cursed.
And we'll have a long rest. Get everybody healed up, get our resources
Your
back.
sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Yeah, you two should get along more. I'm starting to wonder how long it's going to be until you murder each other.
I'm so glad I found... Wait! I'm Althira, a bard from the Grove. I don't mean any harm.
Something wrong? Are the others at the camp all right?
Oh, yes, everything is fine. Thanks to you. That's why I'm here. When I'd heard what you'd done, it inspired me. Made me feel brave again. I want to join you. To fight by your side. I want to help people, as you've helped us.
Are you sure? I lead a dangerous life.
I've been running since El Turel. And when we finally arrived at the Grove, we found danger there too. Unless I hide away from the world, I can't avoid it. So I'd rather face it head on. With you.
Alright, sure, you may join us.
Really? Just like that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Just keep it quiet here.
I won't let you down. I promise.
Yeah, I won't say no to having more allies.
I can't wait to hit the road. Where will we go? Neverwinter? Oh, can we go to Waterdeep? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take it one note at a time, as my teacher would say.
Yeah, because we have some problems that we need to sort out beforehand. Well, nobody wants a word, so let's go to bed. I'm not going to eat the owlbear egg. We're going to use 2 camp supply packs, though.
You open your eyes with a lurch, and you are not in your bed. You stand above a body which is in a state of gore nearly beyond recognition. The body of that brave girl who earnestly swore to devote her life to your cause. Her blood covers you, and its warmth feels like the embrace of an old friend. You recall nothing of how you ended up here, but your head pounds and aches.
Yeah, let's try to remember something. Anything. Nah. Well, we succeeded.
A single moment comes to you. The flash of abject terror in her eyes. Blood spilling from her lips. No time for last words.
Well, perhaps I can find out more about what provoked this situation. Let's have a look around. Natural 1. -1 would be 0. We have 4 inspiration. That's the maximum. Let's roll again. Yeah, it's always worth using your inspiration when you have 4 because that's the maximum that you can have at a time.
There are dozens and dozens of wounds on the corpse. The killer did not stop savaging it, even when she was long gone. And your dominant arm aches. It aches from stabbing over and over. No matter how it appears, the body is there, and her blood is on your hands. The question flows through your mind. Who are you, really, that you could be guilty of such bitter business?
Right, well, a lot of people seem to think that this is something different, but perhaps the parasite is responsible?
The little worm seems silent. Your companions sleep blissfully tonight. If it were the rage of a tadpole, no others seem to be affected. You don't have much time for reflection now. You need to act. You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the hot sin before you.
Yeah, I don't think that hiding the body would do me any good. If anything, it would sow more discord amongst the camp. I have to be honest about this, because they ought to know.
Your misdeed is bright and clear as the dawning day.
During my state of emotional vulnerability after committing such a heinous act unconsciously, a strange dream creeps into my mind. In my dream, I find myself deep in the ocean, far below what the light can penetrate in the water. No chance of getting to the surface alive. Yet I try anyway. It's my only chance of escape, even though it's futile. I swim for a while, and I eventually grow to be exhausted. I can't go on any longer, so I invite the water into my lungs, just finally end it. And as I do so, I find that I can still breathe, despite the fact that I'm in the water. Odd. I continue swimming. As I do so, eventually a light comes into my vision. I get closer. I need to investigate. Amongst the blackness, it's the only thing that I can see. As I swim closer, I begin to notice details. A slit pupil, a glowing orange iris. This thing is an eye, unfathomably large and staring directly at me. Once I come to this realization, I can no longer move. I am overtaken by dread. And then a voice pierces my mind. You have tasted but a morsel of my power. Dedicate yourself to your success in the coming battles, and I can grant you more. Do we have an accord? I find myself still unable to move. The dread that this thing inspires is overwhelming. This new power, however, it comes from this thing. This power could be beneficial if expanded upon, and I have nothing to lose. I accept, and then I wake up.
Another waif dead before her time. I wonder how it happened.
He's hoping the explanation is less sloppy than the kill.
Now, I can't help but notice that one of us is positively drenched in blood. So...
She was brutalized. The killer knifed her many times after she was dead. Was it you?
Yeah, I think I must have.
The blood speaks for itself. Why?
I suddenly woke up at night and everything was just like this. Woke up from a weird dream too, afterwards.
The parasite must be affecting you deeply.
The worm in your head has never slept more peacefully. You know in your heart it was something deeper, hungrier.
I don't know, it could have been the tadpole, maybe.
Even if it was the worm, this was peculiar indeed. I'll be watching.
An uneasy feeling lingers in the air. As the Inquisition departs, you are left alone with a familiar headache.
Yeah, I don't blame any of them for wanting to watch. And just breathe deeply. Perhaps we can uncover this before another mad spree can happen.
Much is uncertain, but you know one thing for sure. The darkness will strike again, unless you find a light.
Right, well, on top of that weird event, there was also that weird dream of last night, and I think I now know where these powers come from. And I agreed to commit myself to the battles ahead, which I was already doing, so I don't really see a downside. Whatever that thing was, it has some need of my success. But it seems that our interests are aligned for now. But I don't think it's related to this. Well, might as well hold on to the loots for now. Can I speak with her?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Did you come here alone?
With Lihala. But...
Who is Lihala?
Teacher, friend, everything to me. But Knowles ripped her apart.
Oh, so she wasn't here then. How'd you survive an encounter with Knowles?
Run when they shriek. They call for others.
Yeah, where were you going?
Elfsong Tavern. Baldur's Gate.
Why the elf song?
To perform there. To sing for Lihala.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Yeah, we certainly had a weird night between this and the dream. Perhaps Withers can bring her back.
Thy wheel of fate turns ever to the dark. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
Yeah, I didn't mean to kill Alfira. Can you bring her back?
The bard's death is a weight for thine own conscience to bear. She will be left to the peace of eternity, where the urge shall seek her no more.
So you know about this urge, then. What are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Well, skeletons aren't supposed to talk.
Correct.
Care to explain further?
No.
Well, you're no help. Right. Well, that's where I'm going to end... Fucking face the camera. That's where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.